A machine for sampling air in clean rooms. Okay, alcohol wipe sanitizer. The methodology for doing this test and establishing if using these systems can reduce acquired infection in classrooms is using traditional bacteria, airborne bacteria. Obviously, basically, we can't use SARS-2, nor would we want to in the air. So we're replicating the action of a virus in the air by using basically total viable counts, which is pretty much all bacteria in the air. And then we measure before and after the use of the technology. And that should equate to a reduction as a percentage of how many bacteria or viruses are in the air per cubic centimetre. That's what we normally work towards. And we're really looking forward to basically establishing what sort of reductions we do get on air and surfaces. So again, I think basically Malahide Secondary School is the only school in Ireland that's doing this sort of work, and we're delighted to be associated with the project insofar as being able to provide the technology and some of the resource behind it. But this is a student-driven project, and we've had great support from the management of the school putting this together as well at this time, and of course basically students and teachers. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lara.
Hi, I'm Ava, and we are fifth years from Malahide Community School, and we are entering the BT Young Scientist Expedition 2021. Our project is called UV or Not to Be, and we are looking at UV sanitation in schools.
We decided to choose this topic as after coming back from lockdown, I think everyone was a lot more conscious about sanitation measures in schools, and the idea of using new innovative technology to combat this really piqued our interest.
In our experiment, we are using two units, the UV air sanitation unit and a Mediland UV emitter that cleans surfaces in our schools. So we're going to see if there's any drop in bacteria count after using these new technology.
We're looking to achieve from this other schools' interests in UV technology and hoping they'll use it themselves to combat infections in their schools.
Good morning. We're here at Malahide Community School, North Dublin, for the first day of our swabbing, air sampling and swabbing of surfaces. The scope of the project was originally set up to establish whether the use of technology such as UV for both air cleaning and for basic surface cleaning will have the net effect of reducing acquired COVID infections between students in classrooms. That was the original scope of the project. We're using two types of technologies. The first technology is called UVC, and you may see just above me on my left shoulder the product. It's a standard wall or roof mounted system which pulls air from one space to another over 1 meter long and cleans the air on first pass. And obviously the idea being if there's COVID SARS in the air, that it goes through that unit and effectively basically is eliminated. We know the science behind it because the UV that's been used is actually running at 254 nanomicrons, and the World Health Organization has done a lot of work on that wavelength of UV light and its efficacy against COVID SARS-2. So that's really where we're going with that. And then the second proposition is then disinfecting contact surfaces. They're a mode of transmission, and obviously we've used a different type of designed product, and that's a unit called the Mediland, which is a UV product. It's a UV light emitters unit that's pushed into the classrooms after a number of classes. Also can be used in isolation rooms in schools where a student may be presenting with COVID symptoms and goes into a room and stays there until basically a parent comes to collect them. So today basically is a day where we have the students, we have the instructor that we're using on behalf of my company to support the project, and we've also basically got the science teacher. We're going to have an interview shortly with the students that are working on the project. But the key thing to remember is this project is titled UV or not UV. It's accepted as a project for the BT Young Scientist exhibition in 2021 in Dublin, Ireland, and we're also basically putting together a webinar, obviously on the 18th of November around this event. So for now, I'm just going to sign off. I'll just show you basically some of the swabbing process, and then basically a short interview at the back end. Thank you. With 4,500 people acquiring COVID infection daily in Ireland on average as of from the 13th of November, we feel unfortunately it's only a matter of time that them large numbers will start feeding into acquired infection in classrooms and ultimately students and teachers. What we're doing here today is quite simply proven proof of concept. Does it work? Does it reduce basically total viable counts in the air and surfaces? And then state that that replicates if a virus was in the air. What sort of results will we have using the two technologies that we're using in malahide at the moment? The most important thing obviously in the new year is have technology that's affordable and commercially viable to the school. And in that sense, what we're suggesting is schools that are interested in the technology, we're more than happy to provide the platform for a 2 or 3 month period, effectively proving proof of concept, proving the modality of the use of the product, and obviously looking at the key performance indicators, which is effectively reduce or zero acquired infections in schools. We'd be more than happy to provide that equipment free on loan with no prerequisite of purchasing. Again, we're an innovative company. We're not a distribution company insofar as taking product and shipping. And we want to work with the key stakeholders to deliver this product and make a difference in Ireland in classrooms for 2022. So again, thank you for listening, and we look forward to any questions that you may have going forward. To contact us at info@hitech.ie, and again, more than happy to provide that equipment that we're using in malahide today in other schools throughout Ireland.